Excuse me, did you see a man run by here?
طبعا أنا شايفه، البرتقال بتاعي كان جاري بسرعة ورماه على الأرض.
Which way did he go?
من هناك لاقيه واديهولي بالشلوت.
Oh, I don't know what he said, but I think he's rooting for me.
Excuse me, did you see a man run by here?
راجل كان بيجري؟ شفته راح من هناك.
Excuse me, did you see a man run by here?
راح من هناك.
Hello, miss. May I help you?
I hope so. I believe a man came in here a few minutes ago.
This is an official office for the mail. Who are you to ask me about other customers?
Oh, we work together. I should have made that clear.
You work together, I see. Yes, there was a man.
He left you a message, I believe?
That's correct.
I must see it.
For what reason?
I think there's been a mistake. I absolutely need to check.
Unfortunately, it's too late. I've already sent it.
All the more reason to check. If incorrect information was sent, I need to know immediately. My job may depend on it.
I am sympathetic, miss. The thing is, in these troubled times, we must all look out for one another. You understand? I have a family to feed.
Okay. Please accept this for helping us.
That is very generous, miss. I understand I am performing a service. Of course I can assist you. Here is the message. Please return it to me once you fixed it.
Ricchetti is laying low somewhere nearby. I need to find him before he disappears again. It's surprising he didn't use their message encryption system. He's scared. I like him scared.
Thank you. My colleague will be very grateful as well.
Do you know what this red salamander means?
We have salamanders in the region, but they're not red.
Never mind, I'll manage on my own. Thank you anyway. This record is perfect for my collection. Oh, such an obvious hiding place. My collection is growing. The red salamander! I found the hideout! I'm sure Ricketti's there. At last, it's payback time!
Stop!
Not on your life!
Crap! Richetti, give it up. You're trapped.
He is injured. He won't get far.
It's over for you. You've killed all you're going to kill.
I didn't kill that servant, and I didn't kill that stupid rich bitch. Why would I? I barely knew them.
Cut the crap. I know you're the spider. And Emmy Duns. Maybe you barely knew her too? You just killed her for the thrill of it?
Duns? Name doesn't ring a bell?
August 3rd, 1974 in London. You shot her in the street because she had enough evidence to close down AWL.
Ah, the Chinese restaurant hit. Is that what this is all about? She was snooping around too much for some friends of mine to let her continue. A friend of yours?
She was much more than that, you bastard.
Listen to me. It was a simple contract. Nothing personal.
Who at the Spire ordered the murder?
All I can tell you is that Kapoor alerted us that your girlfriend was threatening the organisation. They sent me.
Who is they?
They didn't sign a purchase order.
In that case, what? Am I going to have to settle for you? That suits me fine. At least I'll have avenged Emmy.
Do what you think is necessary. I can't stop you now. But know that I'm sorry for your friend. It was just business. It wasn't personal.
Get up.
I can't do it alone.
I said, get up.
I see. Tough as nails. Ouch.
All right, lead the way. And do me a favour. One false move. Give me one good reason to end your days right now. Where's Riccati? He was right there. He's gone. I'm sorry, Mr. Poirot.
Of course. Miss Royce, good luck.
What is going on? Another murder?
Oui, monsieur. Another murder. And for the second time, Poirot has arrived too late. Focus, Poirot. Summarize what you know. First, Mademoiselle Bourget was slashed by a thin, extremely sharp object. Possibly a scalpel. Then we have a torn piece of currency found clutched in her hand. Next, we have a ribbon from a bundle of $10,000 notes found on the floor. Finally, there is a telegram intended for Monsieur Riccati among the victim's belongings. A telegram that was very incriminating for him. These tell a story. Possibly more than one. Time to put the pieces together. I don't think so. The little gray cells, they do not desert me. Superbe. Fantastic. Good thinking. A doctor's kit would undoubtedly contain a scalpel. Possibly more than one. And in fact, this was confirmed by Miss Royce, who searched his cabin. I'll need to question him. Who else could have succeeded? Tell me, Tarek, what were you doing at the time of Miss Bourget's death?
I was on the deck near the gangway. The captain had asked me to stand guard.
And you didn't see anything unusual or unexpected?
Not really. I saw Mr. Hayashi and Mr. Allerton leave the saloon together. Mr. Hayashi called out to me to ask if I wanted to play billiards, but I declined. After all, I was on duty, no time for games.
Mr. Hayashi, what can you tell me about Mademoiselle Bourget's death?
Let me see. I spent the afternoon playing billiards with Tim. Miss Bourget was reading in a corner of the saloon. When you summoned Tim, I went out with him to find someone else to play. Miss Bourget was perfectly fine when we left her.
And then?
Outside, I saw the steward, Tarek, on the deck. I asked him if he could play, but he was on duty. I kind of expected that. Then I saw Mr. Riquetti on the bow. I went over and asked him if he was up for a game. We chatted for 10 minutes or so. He finally agreed to play. We went back to the saloon together and that's when we found Miss Bourget dead.
No. can't be the right solution. No, that's just not logical. Perfect. Who is the world's greatest detective? Mission accomplished. It's at times like this when I miss my good friend Hastings. Miss Royce would be a good choice, but alas, she pursues her own destiny just now. You will have to do.
What? What do you mean?
Your job is to listen. Follow my reasoning closely, if you can. I know that Louis Bourget wanted to blackmail Mr. Riquetti with his telegram. But I also know that you, Tarek, and Mr. Riquetti have alibis. None of you could have killed Mademoiselle Bourget. Yet, there was certainly a tidy sum paid for blackmail. Where could that money be now?
Very well. Let me think. Well, it seems obvious then that Louise was blackmailing someone else.
Excellent. Indeed. Louis Bourget must have been blackmailing both Riquetti and another person on his boat, connected to another case. Which one?
The murder of Mrs. Doyle?
Exactly. The victim of the blackmail could have simply paid. But if their secret were ever revealed, they'd risk the death penalty. They couldn't take that chance. But what had Louise Bourget discovered?
Louise had discovered the identity of the murderer.
Precisely. Louise knew who murdered Mrs. Doyle. She wanted to blackmail that person instead of telling me. Instead of getting paid by the killer, she paid with her life.
But what about Riquetti?
I'm afraid Miss Bourget saw the rewards of blackmail, but not the danger. She must have planned to blackmail Riquetti as well. But she was killed before she could.
Of course. You're right, Monsieur Poirot. It's brilliant.
Yes, I know. Clearly, the deaths of Mrs. Doyle and Miss Bourget are connected. It's possible that the same person murdered both women. Investigating Mrs. Doyle's death will surely lead me to Miss Bourget's killer. Mr. Tarek, could you move the body to the cold storage in the hold?
Do what? Yes, sir. Forgive me. The usual request I expect to receive is more like, may I have another glass of wine?
It's time for me to speak with Dr. Bessner. Dr. Bessner, sorry to disturb you. Mr. Doyle, how are you?
My leg is in pain, but Bessner has some marvelous little pills in that bag of his that help.
His condition has worsened. He has a fever. We really need to get him to the Aswan hospital as soon as possible.
Yes, it won't be long now. We're waiting for Miss Royce to return before we leave. In the meantime, could you show me your scalpels, please? I want to see if you might be missing one.
Missing one? I assure you I take great care of my instruments.
Louise Bourget was found with her throat slashed by a small, thin, sharp weapon. Probably a scalpel.
Do you think I, Carl Bessner, who is so well known all over Austria, I, with my clinics, my highly born patients, I have killed a miserable little femme de chambre? But it is ridiculous, absurd what you say. None of my knives are missing. Not one, I tell you. They're all here, correct in their places. You can see for yourself.
As expected, a scalpel is missing. Dr. Bessner, you are missing a scalpel.
Was? This insult to my profession I will not forget.
Whew, you've put the old boys back up.
There you are, Monsieur Poirot. It is most important. I have vital information. Mr. Doyle, I know who killed your wife.
What?
My theories are completely vindicated. The deep, primeval, primordial urges. It may appear impossible, fantastic, but it is the truth.
Do I understand that you have evidence in your possession to show who killed Mrs. Doyle?
Certainly I have. You will agree, will you not, that whoever killed Louise Bourget also killed Lynette Doyle? That the two crimes were committed by one and the same hand?
You mean you have a theory as to who killed Louise Bourget?
No, I have exact knowledge. I saw the person with my own eyes.
For God's sake, start at the beginning. You know the person who killed Louise Bourget, you say?
I will tell you exactly what occurred. I went to the rooftop bar to get, something to help me sleep. I did not wish my daughter to know of it. She tends to disapprove. As I was saying, I was on the terrace when I saw. I didn't think anything of it, of course. But when I learned that Louise had died in the saloon, I understood everything.
Maybe you understood, but I can't understand anything. Calm down. Start over from the beginning. In detail.
Yes. As I was at the top of the... terrace stairs, about to go down, I saw the murderer. It was...
Good heavens, Poirot. What's going on?
Did you see anyone run past just now?
No.
Don't move from here. The murderer has vanished. Again.
Another murder? Who was it this time?
I'm sorry.
My God. Mother!
This can't be the right solution. She was about to reveal who she saw enter the saloon to kill Louise. It's certainly the same person who silenced her before she could speak. My little gray cells did not let me down. Miss Otterborn, I share your sorrow. I will need to examine the crime scene. Perhaps some fresh air would do you good? A bullet to the head. Behind the left ear, a large caliber. She died instantly. Another life gone on this cursed boat.
What a horror! You were close to the door, and you really didn't see anything?
No, not even a shadow.
Poirot, I beg you, do something!
Another murder. The killer laughs at Poirot. It is a nightmare. Yes, given the bullet impact behind Mrs. Otterborn's left ear, the killer must have been to her left. The killer must have fled towards the front of the boat. Otherwise, I would have seen them pass by the door. Who is the world's greatest detective? Did you see anything?
No. I was in your cabin with Rosalie, as you had requested. We were talking when we heard the gunshot. Rosalie went white as a ghost and rushed outside. I followed her.
I heard the shot, shouting, and went out, but I didn't see anyone either.
It's horrible. Poor Rosalie.
Yes, this cruise feels less upon the Nile and more upon the river Styx. What did you see?
Nothing. I was looking at the Nile on the other side of the starboard deck. I heard a gunshot and rushed over. Probably not the smartest move.
Did you run into anyone?
No, no one. Why I was running towards someone firing a gun, I'll never know.
If the instinct overcomes you again, I would resist it. And you, Mrs. Allerton?
I was reading in my cabin. I heard the noise and peeped outside. I wish I could help, but I saw no one.
Thank you, madame. Barrel is still warm. It's definitely the murder weapon. I've seen this pistol somewhere before. The barrel is still warm. Miss Royce told me she saw this pistol in Mr. Pennington's cabin. I'll need to question him once I'm done here. He should still be in the lounge. Another victory for Poirot, of course. Did you witness anything that may help?
You may not believe me, but after your outrageous accusations, I went to calm down on deck. I was at the stern, alone, when I heard the gunshot. I couldn't see anything from where I was. These ladies then arrived.
Yes, we heard the shot. We came to see what was happening, and now there's another dead body. I have to get off this boat.
Calm down, Cousin Marie, please. We were together, coming up from the lower deck. We didn't see anything at all.
Just another pothole on the road to success. The human animal never fails to surprise me. Other animals will run when they hear a shot. With humans, you can never depend on them being so rational. The killer had few ways to escape. I can rule out the possibility that they jumped into the water. Everyone would have heard the splash. I can also rule out the suspects who are at the stern. It's clear the killer fled towards the bow. Therefore, the killer is now either on the upper deck among the present passengers, or they jumped to the lower deck and are hiding there. Who else could have succeeded?
Please, let me through. I was informed of what happened. It's terrible. My sincere condolences, miss.
Thank you, Captain.
This situation is completely beyond me. What can I do to help, Mr. Poirot?
We need to place Mrs. Otterborn's body in the cold storage with the others. But most importantly, we must ensure the safety of the other passengers.
I'll see to Mrs. Otterborn immediately. Tarek, Samir, come help me.
Thank you, Captain. Then please stay on the alert.
Don't you worry. My crew and I will be vigilant.
How is Mr. Doyle?
The fever has worsened, but I've just given him an antibiotic, and Miss Bowers is watching over him. There's nothing more we can do for now.
Nothing to report, but I'm staying alert. I'd rather be here with everyone than alone in my kitchen, with those bodies piled up in cold storage, so close.
I promise you, madame, I will find your killer. So many dead. Poirot, you must act. Justice will be served. What did you know? I will uncover it myself. Mrs. Otterborn and her daughter Rosalie shared this cabin. There's Mr. Pennington. Mr. Pennington, didn't you hear a gunshot?
I've been thinking about it, yes. I may have. Someone was shot,
Mrs. Otterborn. She's dead.
Mrs. Otterborn? Who on earth would want to shoot that harmless old lady?
Someone who brought a gun aboard. It's your pistol that killed Mrs. Otterborn.
My pistol? Really? Is that an accusation? I haven't moved since the last time we spoke. And anyway, everyone knew I kept a gun in my cabin. I mentioned it at dinner.
It's true. He showed his gun to Mr. Hayashi last night at the restaurant. Everyone saw it and could have stolen it from his cabin, especially since it wasn't particularly well hidden.
Besides, why would I want to kill her?
There is an obvious motive, monsieur. Mrs. Otterborn was killed because she knew who murdered Miss Bourget. She had to die just as she was about to reveal their identity.
So you really think I'm the killer?
I admit, it would be a pleasure to solve this mystery by accusing you. But I know you're not the murderer. Mr. Ferguson was at the end of the deck, near the lounge. Either he saw no one or he's lying. And then he's our murderer, which logically means it's not you. And if he's telling the truth, it proves you didn't leave the lounge. Either way, his testimony clears you.
At last, some sanity. Since you're not the police, would you kindly let me have my pistol back?
I suggest you take better care of it. And do not be so very pleased with yourself, monsieur. You and I are not done yet. I've exhausted all the possible leads I had regarding Mrs. Otterborn's murder. It's obviously connected to Lynette Doyle. But how? I must return to her death. Solving that will lead me to whomever turned this cruise into a nightmare. With all these tragedies, I have not had a single moment to reflect calmly. I must revisit details, and I know of a good place to start. Tim Allerton gave me a piece of information that seemed trivial to him, but awakened my little grey cells. But before I could investigate, we were interrupted by the death of Miss Bourget. What was it now? Ah, yes. Mr. Allerton told me he heard a splash at 12:26 a.m. near the bow. However, Miss Otterborn admitted to throwing her mother's bottles overboard at 1:10 a.m. near the stern. 2 splashes, 2 objects thrown into the water last night. I need to find out what the first one was. The starboard side of the ship, Poirot. The bow. The splash was on the right-hand side, at the front. The starboard side of the ship, Poirot. The bow. The splash was on the right-hand side, at the front. No, this isn't where Tim heard the splash. It was on the starboard side, near the bow. The starboard side of the ship, Poirot. The bow. The splash was on the right-hand side, at the front. No, this isn't where Tim heard the splash. It was on the starboard side, near the bow. Perfect. From here, I should be able to dredge up whatever was thrown into the water.
Here you go, sir. I've brought what's needed to dredge the bottom, as you requested.
Thank you very much. Let's get to work. We shouldn't waste any time. I'll guide you. Wonderful. A successful catch indeed. Let's see what treasures you found for us. A can. It must have been down there for years. A worn shoe, falling to pieces. It serves some foot well. A Morse code bracelet. What an odd place to find such a thing. A plastic bottle, thoughtfully tossed overboard by a tourist, no doubt. These colors, it has a hole with burn marks on the edges. This handkerchief is quite ordinary, not expensive. It's stained red. Blood? No. After a night at the bottom of the Nile, the color should have faded. But the stain is still bright red, as if it were just made. It looks more like red ink. Ah, there you are, the infamous revolver of Mr. Belfort, and the presumed murder weapon. 3 bullets are missing. 3? I finally know what was thrown at 12:26 a.m. A torn scarf, a stained handkerchief, and Mr. Belfort's revolver with 3 missing bullets. The pieces of the puzzle are coming together.
So, do you know who the killer is, Mr. Poirot?
Almost, Samir. Thanks to this fruitful catch, I can now draw some new conclusions. A certain scoundrel has been laughing at Poirot, but laughter dies swiftly in a hangman's noose. According to witness testimonies and my analysis of the crime scene, there were only 2 shots that night. The one fired by Miss de Belfort, which wounded Simon Doyle, and the one that killed Lynette Doyle. Excellent detective work, naturally. Congratulations. This scarf belongs to Miss Fanchula. It disappeared from the lounge the night before Mrs. Doyle's murder. Given the size of the hole and the burn marks around it, it is clear someone fired a small caliber bullet at this scarf at close range. My little gray cells did not let me down. Good. When I inspected Mrs. Doyle's cabin, I remember seeing a nail polish bottle labeled pink, yet the liquid inside was clearly red. The contents of that bottle deserves a closer look. Another victory for Poirot, of course. Et voilà. I now have all the facts I need to reconstruct the events of the night Lynette Doyle was murdered.